Welcome to When Nice Guys Retaliate. This is my theory of why feminists still believe there's a problem with men. You may call this a nice guy rant, but it really doesn't apply to all feminists, just certain types. The main reason I believe feminists still believe there's a problem with sexism, wage gaps, and relationships is because feminists do not consider all men as men. I think they're only focusing on certain types of men. So if you're not considered a high value man, then you're really not considered a man, or you're just totally ignored in society. So high value man, I would consider you'd have to be really attractive. You have to dress well. If you're not financially successful, if you're not highly desired by women, and mainly I think if they don't want you or your position, then they don't consider you a man. Okay? Mainly I believe many feminists have tunnel vision about their views and cannot consider other things because they believe that it's impossible for a woman to be wrong. There is no consideration that a woman can make a mistake in judgment and can never accept responsibility for their own action. It's always somebody else's fault. There's no win or compromise with feminists because they're unable to see the whole picture because of their past pain or even experiences. So, feminism has become more of a supremacist movement, in my opinion, at this point, that favors women over men in all aspects of life. It has also seemingly made an effort to imply that women have to tell men how to be men, which I think is impossible, especially if you listen to a lot of women about how they think men are, as opposed to actually talking to a man and then, learning from a man himself. That being said, there's also an issue of if you're considered a man in their eyes. They're gonna see the man, which I think a lot of women are just drawn to bad men, so to speak, or men that are toxic. So the toxic men that women or feminists are referring to are the people that they are attracted to. I don't think they're really looking at all the other range of men out there, or even mention them a lot of times. So part of that tunnel vision thing. The funny part about it is that men have mothers that teach them about life. However, I don't think very many feminists actually become mothers. So if you are in the most, critical area of a person's life and you choose not to do it, you're really kind of hypocritical in it because you're not even doing the job or the position that gives you the most influence over a man in the first place. Then on top of that, you're actually condemning other women, for not doing a good enough job of teaching their sons how to be men or how to respect women, or you fill in the blank. So it's really a double-edged sword. So that said, there are many men who do not have the power that feminists envy. So the men that are ignored by these women, feminists, they can't really defend against what you're saying because you're not even really talking to them, but you're talking to them. So, I would say there are many men who do not have the power that feminists envy. However, we are ignored by the same women who state they want equality. So I hope you understand this. I don't expect every person in the feminist community to understand, because I believe a lot of people just justify their thoughts, they justify their actions, and they don't consider anybody else. My final statement is that in the current state of feminism, I think many women are using it as an excuse to treat men how they feel they've been treated by men. So, but at the same time, it's actually backfiring. It's backfiring because men are responding in the same way that women have responded to men. And by that I mean that first women said, I don't need a man when feminism came on the scene. Now men are saying, I don't need a woman. And they are refusing to marry women. And a lot of women are trying to figure out why. Well, if you treat somebody how you've been treated, you can't expect the same, you can't expect the different results. You know, it's basically craziness. So a true activist has to respect their oppressor in a way they want to be respected to create balance. Otherwise, you just create an unhealthy cycle, which just amounts to insanity in my opinion. So that's my theory on why feminists still believe there is a problem with men. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been When Nice Guys Retaliate. I'll see you later.